Greetings, my shadow-loving friends. Welcome back to the Geriatric Goth. And today, we're taking a trip to the Deep South, to Louisiana. That's right, Dracula has gone Dixie in 1943's Son of Dracula, starring Lon Chaney Jr. Now, you might be thinking, Dracula in Louisiana with Lon Chaney Jr.? Yes, it's as strange as it sounds, and yet also strangely compelling. So grab yourself a goblet of something red, and let's settle in to Son of Dracula, starting now. In the 1940s, Universal Pictures had a problem, or perhaps a blessing. Their original horror icons, Karloff, Lugosi, Claude Rains, were aging out, and audiences wanted something new to howl about. Enter Lon Chaney Jr., the son of the great man of 1,000 faces. Universal practically made him the man of 1,000 monsters. He gave us the Wolfman, the Mummy, and Frankenstein's monster. And in 1943, he added Count Alucard to his supernatural resume. But Son of Dracula was unique. Here Chaney traded fur and bandages for a cape and imaginary universal Dracula fangs. And though he didn't exactly exude old-world elegance, he brought a certain brooding physicality to the role that's, well, different. Think more lumberjack vampire than Transylvanian aristocrat. Son of Dracula, directed by Robert Siodmak, isn't your standard Gothic castle fare. This one transports the Count's curse to the American South, specifically a mist-shrouded plantation called Dark Oaks. The story begins when a mysterious Hungarian nobleman named Count Alucard arrives in town at the invitation of Catherine Caldwell, a young heiress with an unhealthy fascination for the occult. When Catherine inherits the family estate, she shocks everyone by marrying Alucard, but her new husband turns out to be, well, not your average European suitor. Soon we've got bodies drained, eerie mist, and a mystery that unfolds like a Southern Gothic fever dream. The cinematography by George Robinson is especially striking, moody, misty, and more noir influenced than many earlier Universal horrors. And Siodmak, who would later direct The Killers and Crisscross, clearly knew his way around shadows. The pacing is deliberate, slow, but atmospheric. The effects, especially Alucard's mist transformations, are surprisingly good for 1943. The story takes some unexpected turns, too, especially with Catherine's motives, which hint at something more modern. A woman who doesn't just fall for Dracula, but wants to join him on her own terms. And then there's Chaney. He doesn't exactly mesmerize like Lugosi. His Dracula, or Alucard, is imposing but not seductive. He's a vampire who looks like he could wrestle a bear before breakfast, but there's a certain tragic melancholy to him that fits the film's tone, especially by the final act. What works? First, the atmosphere. This movie drifts with Southern Gothic mood. The swamp setting, the fog, the moonlight, is pure poetic horror. Second, the direction. Siodmak brings a noir sensibility that gives Son of Dracula a different flavor from its predecessors. It's dreamlike, tragic, and surprisingly dark for a wartime picture. And third, that transformation effect. Watching Chaney's vampire dissolve into mist still looks hauntingly good 8 decades later. What's not as great? Lon Chaney Jr., bless him, is miscast. He's too American, too gruff, and frankly, not exactly Count material. Also, the pacing can drag in the middle. More swamp than snap, if you catch my drift. And finally, while the script has ambition, it doesn't always sink its teeth in as deeply as it could. So, I'm giving Son of Dracula a 3.5 out of 5. It's far from perfect, but it's moody, and it's atmospheric, and it's well worth a watch on a cold fall evening when you're looking for something gothic. And there you have it, Son of Dracula. Proof that evil never dies. It's just with enough time, it changes its accent. If you've enjoyed this video, please like the video. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I always read all of your comments, and I'm excited to see what you think. Please like this video. If you haven't yet, also subscribe to the video, or subscribe to the channel. Sorry about that. Be sure to take a look at our merchandise section to see if there maybe is a t-shirt or a coffee mug that will help keep you warm as we head into the longer, darker, colder nights. If you would like to contribute monetarily to the channel, you can do so through the Buy Me a Coffee app, which is also linked in the description below. We will see you next time. And always remember, no matter how tragic, no matter how sad, it always gets darker.